swimming in $1,000 because it's shredded all over the living room. Great idea, Nancy. Oh, man.
Well taken.
Yes. Sorry if I have to drill it home obsessively, but I would definitely rip what's left of my hair out if that happened to me.
And
you know what I mean, kids?
And Kurt speaks modestly, yeah.
Yeah, I'm restraining myself like crazy. Like, the professionalism is unbelievable. You have no idea what I really want to say.
Jackie says, it will make a great wedding story one day.
Sure it will.
Okay.
Oh, so her name, wait, so her name is Jackie? Yeah? I said Nancy. Sorry to all the Nancys out there. I should have been directing it to Jackie. Jackie thinks it's funny that the kid shredded $1,000. Boy, I wish I could laugh that off.
Oh, boy, I'm done with that story. That's just $1,000. Okay, story finished. That was a horrible story.
They seem to be trending horrible. Yeah. Hold on, I have to have a wait. That was a professional sip of coffee on this show.
I guess you need a coffee after something atrocious of reading a story about losing $1,000.
Yes, I need something to wake me back up to humanity. Yes.
This is just in AP News from Shreveport, Louisiana. Better late than never. Library book 84 years overdue.
My goodness.
All I gotta say is they must really be desperate for that book to be back.
Someone is making a point to make a point. Now let's hear the story, because I actually have a few questions about what happens in this instance.
A Louisiana library says a book borrowed 84 years ago has been returned by the son of the woman who checked it out as an 11-year-old girl. A librarian's note on the Shreve Memorial Library's Facebook page says the son found the Spoon River anthology while cleaning his house. A library official says it's in pretty rough shape. Well, yeah, pretty rough shape after 84 years.
Well, it doesn't have to be if they took care of it. So he borrowed it, he didn't give it back, and he treated it like crap.
All I gotta say is, this book could have been on the table. They could have put a cup of coffee on it. They could have thrown it around. It could have been tossed around in the room.
That's just irresponsible. It's a book. It's not a volleyball. Well, look, what I'm saying is, it should have been in a box, right? Because how else could it be if it wasn't in a... I mean, what do they walk around every Thanksgiving? Oh, that's Uncle Tommy's stolen book. Every Christmas, there's the stolen book again. Easter Sunday, there's our stolen book, our family stolen book. So where was it? It wasn't on a bookshelf?
Well, you never know what could happen, and this is where I get injected on the sport.
In case you were wondering, kid.
The woman, possible she could have been hit in the head and forgot that she had a returned book, and the book was theirs.
Well, listen, blunt force trauma is always a possibility, but it's not my default. I think a little bit of responsibility is... So wait, so the book is destroyed, and to add insult to injury, they're going to bring it back. So what's the late fee? For 84 years.
I don't know if this woman, 11 years old, got hit in the head. I'm not inferring that. I'm just saying.
No, this is all speculation, and we're not experts, and even if we were, we wouldn't take any responsibility and delete whatever thing you're coming after us for, because we're not going to take it.
I'm just saying that, maybe she was late and she was afraid to return it. I don't know.
That's not how that works, but I'm going to roll with it as part of our analysis. I mean, afraid to bring it back means afraid of paying the fine.
I mean, I just just returned a book from the library today.
Yes, strangely enough, you were saying that before.
And you know, I had to pay a 60-cent fee, but I'm not going to keep the book for 84 years. That's just horrendous.
Well, I want to know what the late fee is. And if there's no late fee for 84 years, then I want to know why is there a late fee for a week?
Okay, let's get to the story.
Please. On the edge of my seat, like James Cameron's directing my life.
Blah, 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 Spoon River Anthology is a book of free verse by Edgar Lee Masters, each poem written from the viewpoint of a dead person in the imaginary town.
I'm changing my name to Ed Masters immediately. I'm going to Trenton tomorrow. Ed Masters. What a great name. Sorry, go on.
I know a wrestler who called himself Chris Masters.
Yeah, well, that's in wrestling. He can call himself whatever he wants.
I think he got fired.
Let's hope so. On with the story.
In a reply to a patron.
A patron?
A patron, yes.
Okay.
I stand corrected. Sometimes my enunciation is not correct.
No, not at all. That's fine.
The Shreveport Court Base Library posted, "We thought that the title was appropriately spooky to turn up again after all this time right around Halloween. The library said its maximum fine is $3, and that was free."
84 years. The max fine was $3. And the fine was waived, even though the book was destroyed. So there is actually no book returned, because he would have to have it completely reconstructed. Now that's going to cost hundreds of dollars to have that book restored.
Hold on 1 second. I just gotta do math.
We're having an official calculation here at yesterday's news. I wish we had some sound effects for like a computer or something. Made it sound like we're all technological.
In a Woodbridge Library, might I say, that book...
Woodbridge where?
That doesn't matter where in Woodbridge. Woodbridge somewhere. New Jersey, Virginia. Who the hell knows in Woodbridge?
Any Woodbridge anywhere in the universe.
Any Woodbridge, yes.
Sorry. I thought I was on another show for a minute there.
I was lost in the show before. I think that's totally.
I'm still lost in a show.
I think you're still on vacation.
Well, maybe. I was lost in the Gong Show for about 6 seasons. So anyway, what's going on? What's happening?
Okay.
The computer has frozen.
I did this computer calculation, and I, mentioned the fee that I got today and how much it would cost me and stuff like that. I got the number of $4,599 for an 84-year-old book.
Now, I wouldn't expect them to charge him, $4,000. But I would definitely be like, what can you donate to the library? I mean, because, you don't want to punish this. I mean, I understand, well, they're being honest. Yeah, that's nice. Doesn't make a difference. That book was, I mean, the guy clearly didn't borrow another book after that.
I mean, this book is probably worth money right now, and now it's shredded.
The point is, they didn't even take care of it. If they took care of it and it was in okay shape, then my answer is cool. Nothing lost. But we lost a book, and you weren't borrowing books, which means less stuff was happening, less interest.
Yeah.
So it's just a bummer, It's a big, stinky bummer.
That means, hold on 1 second. Let me get back to AP News. That is a few people who could have read the work of Edgar Lee Masters that never read their work in Louisiana.
Yes, that's my point. It didn't get circulated. Mr. Ed Masters lost. tremendous volumes of potential. You know, and if he was a podcaster, imagine how bad that would have been. I don't even want to think about it, kids.
As we say, we might be hard on them for returning the book, and it's good that they return the book.
Well, look, this is an opinion. This is an op-ed show when it comes to book returns. Don't take us so seriously here.
But the bottom line is, if you have a book to the library, don't wait 84 years to return it. Return it right away.
Joe Vexter knows what he's talking about. He's a doctor of journalism, and I've read the Star Ledger for 40 years, so I consider myself to be an expert as well.
Maybe I'm with journalism, but I don't know about a doctor.
Well, listen, we're trying to, it's not that we're trying to deceive the listeners, but every good person deserves a little bit of, oh, heck, the mics are on. So anyway, it's time for plugs, kids. What are we going to plug there, Mr. Vexter? Dr. Vexter? Oh, I guess I can't call you that.
I think it's fake news.
Fake news? What kind of fake news?
I don't know. That's what I've been hearing lately. But this story before was not fake news.
Well, it's on the AP, so
it's on the AP.
If it's fake news, it's the AP's problem, not ours.
Yes, I agree.
Of course you do. It's hard to disagree with the truth.
Joe Vexter here. I am going to plug a sister show.
Sister show?
On the Joseph Vivaldi podcast.
Oh, yes. The Joseph Vivaldi Network.
Network, I mean.
Yes, the Joseph Vivaldi podcast features, who does it feature?
I'm gonna get a little help from my boss, Joseph Vivaldi, for that.
Oh, he's a slave driver, that guy.
You know, it's rough, but...
He said to me, he went, "Don't sharpen the pencils!"
He told me this specifically. He said,
"Use the erasers gently!"
I want you to plug two things. One podcast and one show, and here are that.
When you breathe the right way.
He said, plug Totem Wolf, the Totem Wolf and Bearheart podcast.
Which is an integral podcast to the Joseph Vivaldi Network.
He said, season 2 is coming up, and they will feature video of Three Stooges, and they're going to do commentary take on the show.
All the old black and white classics. We're gonna watch them like when we were kids and talk about them. It's gonna be pretty cool.
And also, he said, I want you to plug a Soul Warriors journey. Now, he was very adamant about this. He's like, this is my main project, and I've gotta do whatever. But
I mean, he wouldn't let us leave until we agreed to do it. So
he says, in order,
I was horrified.
He says, in order for you to do this podcast, you have to plug this today. And I'm like, I don't know why, but I'll plug it anyway. It's a Soul Warriors journey. It's a story about some guy with addiction problems, bumps into an acupuncturist, helps him with past life memories and stuff like that. It's a very good read, and it's going to be available soon on Audible.
Sweet.
And sometime in November, I hope.
Well, when Joseph Vivaldi hopes, we all hold our breath with anticipation.
Yes.
Well,
Joe Macho doesn't get on the show.
Last time he did, we had to slap him in the face with a hot mop and throw him down the stairs to get him out of there.
Yes. He'll rant on about retail and everything else. We don't need that on this show. This is Joe Vexter and Kurt.
Yeah, on this show, but on the Joseph Vivaldi podcast, who knows what'll happen? Joe Macho, Joe Nacho, who's next? I mean...
Slow-Mo Joe.
Well, Slow-Mo Joe's a gentle fellow. I don't think he's doing anything nefarious in his basement.
No.
Joe Macho, though...